Tommy V in Michigan. He was on fire this morning.
Okay, thank you, Tommy V in Michigan. Yes, sir. If you share my prayers.
Tommy V's on. Yeah, we'll jump over there.
Tommy V doing great stuff over there.
The court will recall the matter of Mr. Grantham. 1 second. Case numbers 23 FB 1333 and 20S 3780001B. Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Lebo for Mr. Grantham. Mr. Grantham, can you state your name, sir?
Isaiah Grantham.
Thank you. All right. Are we able to move forward at this time, Mr. Lebo?
We are, Your Honor. I did have a discussion with Mr. Grantham, and he did provide me with the information that he was born in this country, as were his parents in Michigan, and that he is in fact a citizen.
All right. Thank you. All right. We'll get back to the place I need to be. 1 second. To the charge of operating while license suspended, revoked, or denied, and state identification card counterfeit forged in your possession. How do you plead, sir?
Guilty.
Anyone promise you anything that we have not placed on the record today to get you to plead guilty, and you're still under oath, okay, sir?
No.
Anyone threaten? It's okay, but no one promised you anything, correct?
No one promised me.
All right, thank you. And sir, anyone threatening you in any way, shape, or form?
No.
All right. On or about November 19th, 2022, were you at the vicinity of Michigan Ave, Oak Grove here in Ypsilanti County?
Yes.
And at the time you were there, were you operating a motor vehicle on the highway at that time, sir?
Yes.
And your license were suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
Which one?
Suspended.
Thank you. And you had on your person a personal identification card? Or
Yes.
some other kind of ID that was forged?
Correct.
What did you have?
An ID.
In what way was it forged?
I was just had my face on it.
But it wasn't yours?
Right.
All right, thank you. I find that there's a factual basis for the plea that's been willingly and knowingly made. Are you satisfied, Ms. McDuffie? People are satisfied.
Defense is likewise satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, sentencing in this case will be on July 11th, 2024.
Your Honor, if we could request immediate sentencing given the sentencing agreement.
Okay. Any objection, Ms. McDuffie? No objection. All right. Anything you want to say, Mr. Lebo?
No, Your Honor, I would ask that Mr. Grantham not be required to begin the sentence until the 26th when he plans to turn himself in. That is the 26th, correct, Mr. Grantham?
27.
27th, my apologies.
Thank you. Anything from you, Ms. McDuffie? Nothing from the people, Your Honor. All right. Anything from you, Mr. Grantham?
No.
All right. Mr. Lebo, remind me of what the sentence is, please.
Your Honor, we have a sentencing agreement to 10 months in the Washington County Jail, which will be concurrent with case 21 FB 1868, as well as a Wayne County matter.
21 FB 868.
1868, Your Honor.
1868. All right. Thank you. FH.
F.
Yes.
FY, Your Honor.
FY. Okay. Thank you. All right, sir, you're sentenced to 10 months in the Washington County Jail concurrent with the 21 FB 1868 FY. Sentence is to begin on June 27th, 2024. Prior to 8 a.m., you need to turn yourself in. Fines and costs are waived.
Your Honor, Mr. Grantham could have until, I believe, his circuit court appearance at 1:30 to turn himself in.
I'm just gonna make it by June 28th at prior to 8 a.m. And then that way we don't have to worry about it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You're all set, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. Too.
Oh, we do have a ticket. Failure to display a license. Did he leave? Sorry. Yes. Forgot about the ticket. You need to get him back. Because I don't think he pled to that. He posted a bond on that one. I don't think he needs to do jail time. I would just give him credit. I would just apply the bond.
I'll give him a call, Your Honor.
Thank you. State of Michigan versus Willie Lanier, case number 24F00049.
Wait to make that for the people.
Except Mr. Lebo's case. Mr. Lebo, is Lanier yours?
I'm sorry, that is my case. Someone just came to the door. Assistant Public Defender Allison Muller here on behalf of Willie Lanier. Mr. Lanier, can you state your name?
Willie Lanier.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Lanier. We're here for pretrial in this matter.
Yes, Your Honor, and I know, I believe last pretrial you said on the record what all is outstanding, so Mr. Lanier is aware of that, confirmed. He said he's still working on it. Given the payments that are outstanding or adjournment, to see what progress he makes in the meantime.
Ms. McDuffie, any objection?
I could only make out part of that, but I assume it's in the Christmas adjournment, so no objection.
Pretrial is adjourned to August 8th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Bond is continued. This is likely going to be the last adjournment. He doesn't have a lot to work on, so he should be able to get this done. All right, Mr. Lanier.
All right, I heard you. No problem.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
Thanks.
State of Michigan versus Jacob Murat, case number 17-00543.
Wait to make that for the people.
Yeah, but Mr. Morale.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Tank. We didn't catch your name. I don't think it came through.
I apologize. Craig Tank, and I appear on behalf of Mr. Jacob Morale.
Thank you so much. Mr. Morale, please state your name.
Jacob Murat.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I need to arraign, let me see, is that correct? Mr. Morale on a violation of his probation with a violation report dated May 22nd, 2024. Do you have a copy of that, Mr. Tank?
I believe that I do, Your Honor.
I don't even know where to begin with the number of late testings that have been done. One moment. Let's just go back to February. after February 8th when we were here last. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 39 late tests since that time.
Your Honor, is
No response just yet. Your client is entitled to have a hearing on these matters, at which time, if it is shown that this is true, he could be subjected to having his probation revoked and him being sentenced to 93 days in the Washington County Jail. In addition to that, he has failed to enroll in or attend the ABR program as ordered, it appears. So, Mr. Tank, would your client like to have a hearing, or does he waive his right to have a hearing in these matters?
Your Honor, I think that after reading the report based upon the violation that was sent in, I think we would like to have a hearing if we could to present some evidence. And there are some additional things that I'd like to present relevant to the testing issue.
Your Honor, if I may.
Ma'am.
I have just requested, I actually don't have the sober link report. Agent Johnson is sending it to me right now. So I only had her overall report for court today. So I wanted to get a chance to look at that myself, but I also wanted to just advise Mr. Tank. In this court, there is a major difference between admitting to a violation with an explanation and presenting supporting information and holding a hearing, which is an assertion that what is alleged did not in fact happen. And if it is late tests that are being alleged here and he holds a hearing, the purpose of that hearing is going to be that he tested on time every time and that there are no late tests versus an admission, yes, they were late, but let me explain why. The outcome of holding a hearing when there isn't really a defense and there's an admission built into the hearing itself is usually not great for the defendant because it's a remand, essentially. So given that, I just wanted to make sure Mr. Tank was aware of that before he elects to hold a hearing versus potentially requesting an adjournment. If that's an option, I don't know if it is, but instead of jumping straight to the hearing stage.
I would request an adjournment if we could. And the reason that I was contemplating asking for the hearing to begin with was because the report that was filed by probation seemed to contemplate a remand to begin. And so we could have an adjournment to present these things. Also, just so the court realizes, I was actually at the court today. And the reason for my arrival out there is that there's money that was owed relevant to the probation. And I have that money in my trust account and intended to pay it. However, the electronic form of payment that I have is not suitable. So I left the court. I'm parked here off Rawsonville Road where I was going to get a check and then come back to the court here at some point in time to send that in. So hopefully that mitigates as it relates to that component or violation of what's been talked about relevant to the probation. So yes, I think that there would be admitting responsibility, but we'd ask for a different sentence state if we could. There's also another reason I think that is worth noting. Because of the pendant case or the other case that Mr. Murat has going on in Wayne County, he was incarcerated for a pretty substantial period of time. And as I understand, while the case was pending itself, Mr. Murat also apparently had contact with the planning witness, which resulted in a remand. And I'd like to get the computation of those days to be able to present them to the court relevant to the amount of time credit that he has and the other factors before there's a sentence imposed.
I'm going to adjourn the VLP in this case too. Are you here available on July 11th, Mr. Tank?
I think that I am. Let me just look here real quick. I am available on July the 11th.
July 11th, 2024, 11 a.m. in person. You can let me know then whether he wants to plead and provide the explanation and providing the mitigating documentation in the interim time period.
You know, that I can say right now, that is what will be happening. Is just we'll be articulating or him indicating that he is in fact responsible and guilty of the probation violation. presenting any mitigating factors that exist at that point in time. And I thank you for accommodating us.
Thank you. PR bond is continued.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
State of Michigan versus George Tennison, 23S 414670 A, B, and C.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Davie Lebo for Mr. Tennison. Mr. Tennison, could you state your name, sir?
I don't know. Apparently, Mr. Tennison in the jail left. We'll pass this matter. Great day.
We don't want to wake up Mr. Pate.
All right, let's call Mr. Cortez Campbell again.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know. Give me. Oh, wait. Okay. All right. The court will recall the Cortez Campbell matters, case numbers 23S00545, 16S00749, 19W 006566, and 23W002160.
Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Allison Muller here on behalf of Cortez Campbell. Mr. Campbell, can you say your name again, please?
Cortez Campbell.
Thank you. All right. Miss Mo, I believe you were talking to your client about the next steps in today's hearing. What would your client like to do, please?
Yes, Your Honor, we discussed the offer again and what that means and entails. Mr. Campbell does want to accept the offer. I also spoke to him about what he meant by the $400, and he was referring to some of the costs that he incurred relating to this offense, including the impound fees and the towing expenses, which I think he indicated or he believes were around $400. So I told Mr. Campbell, while the court can't, in any way reimburse him for these expenses, we can make that argument as far as sentencing if the court would just consider the expenses he already incurred as relating to this. And if there's anything waivable or reducible, we would ask for that.
I'll consider that. All right, Mr. Campbell, it's my understanding you're going to be pleading guilty to no operator's license on person in case number, case number 23S00545. That is going to be an added count 4, and that you would also be pleading to count 3 of alcohol open container in a motor vehicle. Counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed. That's the driving while license suspended and the no insurance. Both of those would be dismissed. Is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You say yes, ma'am?
Yeah, yes.
All right, thank you. You may lower your hand. All right, sir, I'm going to go over some rights that you have that you're going to be giving up. I'm sure you've heard them at least 6 or 7 times already this morning, but I have to say them again to you. You have the right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by this court to require those witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any and all witnesses that are called against you. You have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you can choose to remain silent. If you chose to remain silent, the prosecutor could come in on that. You have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights, sir? We're going to turn his video off so we can see if we can capture what he's being said.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. All right, and you're going to not, so when you make this decision today, in all likelihood, Mr. Campbell, this is the decision that is going to stick with you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And then if you were on probation, parole, or bond when you committed these offenses, if it's not to me, you could be in violation of those probation, paroles, or bonds. And this happened on May 11th of 2023. Were you on any probation, parole, or bond then?
No, ma'am.
All right. And then Finally, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you could have immigration consequences. Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes. Yes.
To the charge of no operator's license on person and open and taxing a motor vehicle, how do you plead?
I was traveling. But yes.
Is that a guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Has anyone promised you anything other than what we put on the record today to get you to plead guilty, Mr. Campbell?
No, ma'am.
Anyone threatening you in any way, shape, or form?
It was just one guy. But no. No, ma'am.
You're just being a comedian today, huh, Mr. Campbell?
I apologize. No, ma'am. I'm gonna miss y'all. It's been a long time.
All right, Mr. Campbell. On or about May 11th of 2023, were you operating a motor vehicle at the vicinity of Lanier Township, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And at that time, sir, did you have an open container of alcohol in the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have revoked license? Were they revoked, suspended, or denied?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one were they?
One of them. It was one of them.
You don't know which one?
No, ma'am.
I have that it was suspended if Miss Muller.
I'm working on it.
Okay. It was, do you stipulate that it was suspended, Ms. Muller?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. I find that there's a factual basis for the pleas and willing and knowingly made. Are you satisfied?
Equally satisfied, Your Honor.
Defense is satisfied as well.
All right. Thank you. As to sentencing, I presume you're requesting immediate sentencing.
I am, Your Honor.
Anything you want to say on behalf? Thank you. Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I think Mr. Campbell's just working on things here, doing the best he can. And I think the only thing I would say about sentencing is what I already said. I think the court's aware of the facts here, but he did incur already expenses and has paid those. So if the court's willing to consider that, then we would just ask for low fines and costs on this matter.
Thank you. Ms. McDuffie.
Your Honor, I just want to tell Mr. Campbell to remember what I told him. His attorney was present then too. You keep doing your part and you'll be okay. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. You know I love y'all. I see y'all in a minute. I gotta pay y'all, so I see y'all.
Mr. Campbell, is there anything you want to say before sentencing, sir?
I love y'all. Y'all be great and keep doing what y'all doing. Hey, when y'all see me, just have some compassion.
All right, Mr. Campbell, your sentence in this particular case is going to be the state minimum fee. I believe that is $50.
25, Miss Washington.
The state minimum fee is $25.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Did you just
That's
make?
what I got. That's what I got. That's how I'm holding on.
Mr. Campbell might be referring to his minimum that the court set.
Oh no! Okay. No. Yeah, that's what his state minimum. That's what his minimum fee is to be paid every month. But the fines and costs in this case are a total of $50. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And all other fines and costs are waived. I've taken into consideration the $400 that he paid for the towing in this case.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Okay, so for Mr. Campbell, I will see you back here in 90 days if necessary, Mr. Campbell. Pay your $25 a month and then you don't have to come back, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
All right. Take care of yourself, Mr. Campbell.
I will. You too. Be safe.
You too.
Thank you, Miss Duff.
You're welcome. Take care.
And Allison, I see you, girl.
Mr. Campbell.
All right.
I'm gonna move this up here so I can finish right now. Mr. Grantham, Dennis, okay, who's the in person?